Hello everyone, today I will be showing you how to make art using little colorful beads called perler beads. Okay, I'm going to show you what you will need and what they do. So, I suggest going to Michael's to get your perler beads. I have a lot, you don't have to have this many. Okay, go to Michael's, they're usually on sale and they are a lot cheaper. Start with the small bags first. Okay. The next thing you're going to need are pegboards, okay? These have little pegs that stick out for the beads to stay in place, okay? You can get small patterns, big patterns. I suggest starting off small so that if it gets ruined, you didn't waste a bunch of time and you don't get upset because that happens. So, there are many different patterns. You don't have to have these ones. They have a lot of choices on Amazon. I suggest looking there or Michael's, either or, wherever you like to shop. Okay? Next thing you're going to need are tweezers. These help pick up the beads because the beads have tiny little holes that you can pick them up with. So like this. Okay, just a little bead. So, these are a must. I suggest not using your hands. It will take a lot of time. Okay, next thing you're going to need parchment paper. Okay, what this does is you put it on your pattern and you iron with it, and it melts the beads together. You might have this at home. If you do, good for you. You don't have to buy it because it is expensive nowadays. Next thing you're going to need is an iron. I got this from Amazon for maybe $10, $15. It all depends which one you want to get. Okay? For iron safety, please keep this away from plastic, paper, any thin wood because it will get ruined. Okay, so you're going to want to twist this. For tiny irons, I suggest putting it on max because they do not produce a lot of heat. So what you do with the iron is you place your perler beads and you iron it in tiny circles like this. Don't press down too hard, because if you do, it's not efficient and it overly melts them, okay? You don't want that. You want them to have a decent melt, just not too much, okay? Please be careful with animals if you have them as well. They're reckless, so. Another thing you might need, I recommend it, it's not needed, but it is very useful. So when you place your pattern on the pegboard, okay, you take the tape and you place it over your pattern, okay, so that it stays in place and it doesn't move. But be very careful and only use the amount of tape you need to use so you don't waste it. Okay, just like this. You place it over like that. They stay in place. So what you're going to want next is a heavy, flat wooden board. I say wooden because it doesn't burn and it won't catch on fire like you think it might. It won't. So you take your pattern, you hold it on your hand, and you put the board over it. This is just an efficient way so you have a bigger place to iron and a safer place. And it also helps keep them from being warped. So you don't have to ruin the pegboards because they are plastic. So you'll take it off and your pattern is right here. Okay, depending on how big it is, you might need a bigger board. Here is your pattern, okay? You then place the parchment paper like so. Once you are done placing the parchment paper, iron it like so. And I will show you a couple examples that I have done in the past. So, You got Casper. These are very large patterns. I suggest starting off small. Don't start off with large because it does take up a huge amount of time. Baymax is an example of being warped for when you don't place the heavy board on it long enough. He's all bent out of shape and he's not ironed well, as you can see from the holes. It's ironed well when you don't see many holes anymore. So, and if it makes noise, it's not good. Okay, it will break. This is a better example because it's mostly ironed. You only have a couple little holes. Nothing to worry about if you do, but if you're a perfectionist, you can go over it again and again as much as you want. And that is how you make perler beads. So I suggest really getting into it. It is fun and you can sell them or make whatever you want in the world. You can also search up a lot of the patterns on Google. I suggest Pinterest because I find better ones on there. But now you have all the stuff you need and all of your examples on how to make them. Thank you.